Where are we going?
We are going to Prince George via 16 all day. I think we'll have sun, rain, a few stops along the way, and some
3 lunch stops.
scenery.
Bob, you scheduled 3 lunch stops?
I didn't get my cinnamon rolls this morning.
Exactly. And he did not get biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
The hostel was perfect.
Simple but clean.
The IKEA of hotels.
The IKEA of hotels.
All right.
At Jasper, nice little town.
Temperatures today?
Ooh, very chilly. It's a balmy 46 to start. We'll finish with a little drizzle in 63.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's have a good ride.
Let's roll.
And so we said goodbye to our nice, clean hostel, High Jasper, and to the town of Jasper itself. It was a very enjoyable experience and a very calm, quiet town as we rolled out that morning. A ride that day led us to many beautiful water, lakes, streams, all along the side of the road. Plenty of opportunities for some nice pictures. We seemed to be in a stretch of time where the morning rides were great, and then by the afternoon the rains would come in and we would get wet. This was another one of those days. The morning ride was fantastic. We saw lots of beautiful sights, but then as the afternoon wore on, here came the clouds and the rain and the wetness. But we learned to deal with it. The roads were still fun. The bike doesn't handle that much differently when it's wet. It's just your spirits that get a little bit dampened. As we rode along, we tested our water gear and saw the sights. It seems that we had several opportunities to pass a few people on our trip out of Jasper. Maybe it was because everybody else was slowing down to enjoy the beautiful scenery. But we had someplace to go, so it was time to move around. Campers, trucks, farm equipment, you name it. Old vehicles, they all had to be passed. There was some ancient language that was shared between the Bruces, but never taught to me. But it seemed to work for them. So we would end another day, and they would understand where we needed to go, and we'd have artisan pizza in a very fine restaurant, and enjoy company and fine service in the next town. But don't worry, the next morning we got up, we did do laundry, so everything was good to go again. This was one of those days in our schedule that was a non-riding day. We had a couple built into the schedule just to allow us time to make up if we needed it. So we enjoyed meals together and a little downtime, which was very much appreciated.
Rumor
We
has
geared
it
up
that
for
you're
the next
gonna
day.
ride with the windows down.
It's supposed to be a really rainy day today. I told the guys not to worry about me. I'll be okay.
I have extra gloves.
All right, what is the destination today?
New Hazelton. Not old Hazelton. New Hazelton.
Do we have any stops along the way?
I hope there's plenty.
Just good photo opportunities.
Keep either bears or crowds away.
Exactly. And I think we might get to test rain gear in a couple of miles.
Okay, it's sunny now, very sunny, but
Technically, haven't we already tested ring gear?
We have.
Just to be clear.
We're doing the long-term test.
but it's moving up to 80% chance for hours on end.
This is okay. The high today will be.
I think it's going to crest 58.
Wow.
Bruce does have his heavy-duty rain gear on today.
Yeah,
It's lightweight race.
So on we rode to the town of New Hazelton, a very small, a few building town with a motel that worked quite nicely.
The crust, but it's working.
It's working.
Instructions were, I think, 425 degrees, and notice the temperature there.
Nailed it.
Nailed it with these fine adjustments. I am a manufacturing guy.
You meet spec.
Readiness.
Minute shy of readiness.
We are crispening up the
That's the place that we were at the other night. Woo. has. We said everything is even. We're good. I said, Howard, I want to make sure.
There we go.
It could be a groundswell for rhubarb pie later.
Do they have huckleberry?
I didn't see it. It was all gone. The huckleberry goes quick.
Or the bears get in line?
So we stayed in our quaint little rooms. That night, as we had dinner before we went to bed, the owner came out, sat down, and talked to us for hours. It was really interesting to hear his stories about where he had traveled in the world and ended up in this quaint little town where he sold his farm because this was easier.
So what day is it? It's Monday. It's Monday. There's some number, but
Day 11, no, day 12.
day 12.
Day 12.
And our destination today is Dease Lake, taking 16 up to 37. Dease Lake. Maybe along the way we might take some little side adventures.
To look
Maybe
at
a glacier.
We want to look at a glacier, and we're 3,000 miles in.
3,000 miles in. How many miles left to go to Fairbanks?
1,200.
1,200 to Fairbanks. We're like 2/3.
Wet.
A little wet.
Wet.
Another wet day.
So I've got some new addition, gaiters, to keep my feet and lower legs dry.
Brad, are you going to be okay today?
You guys stay dry in the car?
The RAV is holding up well. I haven't gotten wet yet.
I tell you, if you need any help in there, let us know. It
was
looks like
tough.
you had the front seat loaded with cookies and pie and.
Yeah, speaking of pie, where did the pie come from?
From the McDonald's store.
McDonald's.
Old McDonald's.
For an impromptu dinner last night, because all the restaurants in town are short on waitresses, so nothing.
Takeout only.
Takeout only. So it was a steak and pizza night.
Oh, it was the best.
It worked. It worked for
It
you.
was the best.
And promptly after the high-powered morning meeting, Bruce dropped his bike. But that's okay. We picked it back up, figured it all out, and off we were going on that day's adventure. The owner at the motel told us of this old historic bridge that went over the river just outside of town. So we had to ride over it to experience it before we left. The floor of the bridge was a metal grate. So as we rode over it with the bikes danced all over the place, and you really had to just let go a little bit of the grip on the handlebar and kind of trust the bike was going to go generally in one direction and not worry about how exactly it felt. It was a good experience. And guess what? It did rain again. Another day riding in the rain. We saw very typical sights, other motorcycle riders, mountains, trees, the water next to the road in the form of lakes and streams. It all was very beautiful, but we also got the opportunity to see Bear Glacier on this day. So the nice glacier coming down between the two kind of rock formations made it a very interesting stop along our way in and out of Stewart.
We having a good dinner?
It's tough to top though.
We're going through the lows. And what do you have to say?
It was still a good day overall, but we had some lows. There were lows.
Such as
The the 3 strikes. I ripped my pants, the box fell off my bike, and then when we bungeed it back on, I took the bungees off. It hit me in the head, and I'm still bleeding. But outside, that was pretty good.
Oh, it's a pretty good day.
And it's got to be a low. That last 15 miles where it cut loose on us. We were already cold, and it cut loose on us.
So we spent the night in Dease Lake, a small little community with 1 hotel, 1 gas station, and a lady in a trailer making food. And it all closed at 8, so if you wanted to get anything, you better get there in time. But that ended another day's of riding.